Welcome to Rugged Cams. Recently I made a video about finding cameras on a network with a very nice software tool called EasyTools. We now have a major update called EasyTools 2.0. Now 2.0 has all of the same features and functions as the original, plus some really great additional features as well. Let's take a look. The main screen has a bit more info right at your fingertips, and just like its predecessor, it scans for devices on startup and presents this info in an easy to read and easy to follow format. Now on my network you can see I have several NVRs that I'm either working on or testing, and a camera. The IP addresses, device names and models, and even the firmware versions are all listed with each device found. Now if I use the login button, I can gain access to the devices to change passwords, do updates, get into the settings, and more. I can also use any of the icons in gray to get details about a specific device, change the IP address, modify the password, get into the configuration menus, open the web interface with Internet Explorer, or look at cloud services. If you notice, there is a Modify IP button that is fairly handy, and if I want a device to have a different IP address, I can choose to change it from here. There are some limitations on this, and generally you have to be on the same subnet as the device to be able to change it or even to log into it. But as you can see here, I did manage to change this camera's IP address from 172.16.0.5 to 192.168.0.199 without changing my computer's 192.168.0.x IP address first. This is extremely handy for technicians and installers who are constantly having to change the IP address of their computer just to be able to change the settings of a camera. Another handy button from here is the Change Password button, and just like it says, it lets you change the password of your device that you have selected. You do have to know the current password, of course, but changing it from here is a lot faster than having to poke around menus from different devices. I could stop here and this would already be an impressive network tool, but this is just the first of 6 panels, each with several more functions and features. Let's check out panel number 2. Called Channel Configuration. This feature has various functions based on what the camera's or NVR's capabilities are. For example, if I select an NVR, you can see it has image settings that include brightness, image rotation, exposure, and more. Then it also has an encoding tab for video compression and such, and an OSD tab for editing the info displayed on the screen. But if I select a higher end camera, I will get all of these tabs plus an additional tab for the audio functions of that camera. Now the next panel is Upgrade, and as the name suggests, from here you can upgrade the firmware of your devices either from a local file you have on your network or from the cloud. And it's smart enough to look for a newer version and will not upgrade unless there's a newer version available. Continuing on to the next tab, we have Maintenance. From here we can remotely reboot devices, do a factory reset, or gather diagnostic info from your device. Next we have a tab called NVR, where you can add or remove cameras from your NVR. And finally we have a Calculation tab where we can add your cameras and figure out how many days of retention we have on your NVR based on your cameras and your hard drive space. Or we can also figure out how much hard drive space you need to achieve X number of days of retention based on your cameras. For most users, this tool is clearly overkill, and many people will never get past the first tab, but it's better to have the right tool than need it. And if you spend any time at all finding IP addresses of cameras or NVRs, you can see the value in this tool already. And the best part is it's free. Just download it from our website. I hope this helps, and as always, if you have any questions, please give us a call at 866-283-6003, or you can always email us at techsupport@ruggedcams.com. Thanks for watching.